consulting experts and also a retired captain, and he joins us now live from San Clemente in California. Welcome to TRT World. So I understand that you were one of the youngest pilots to ever fly the Jumbo 747, and you flew it for 15 years. What was that like?
It was, for a young kid like myself, it was like dying and going to heaven, basically. I was flying a 707 those days. That was the biggest airplane. Well, the first time I looked at a 747 almost 53 years ago, it was like a kid in a three-story building looking up to a skyscraper.
Very, very beautiful to hear that. And why has it been so iconic, and what did it do for people that had never traveled internationally before? Because this really impacted mass travel, didn't it?
It did. It basically opened up the world. This iconic aircraft literally brought the travel to the masses. Before that, yes, people could afford to fly, but it was very expensive. But 747, one of its greatest asset was that the fact that brought travel to basically you and I and everybody else around the world.
And so why is this the last one then? Remind us of why Boeing is doing this.
Unfortunately, it's all matter of economics. Airlines these days, we have basically a replacement for the 747, which is the 777, almost the same size and carries basically the same. What much more economical. There's two engines instead of four. Now, I personally prefer the four engine, the safety of the four engine, but sadly, all the airlines are now replacing the iconic 747 for a less expensive sister.
And tell us, what is the significance then for the industry as it says this final goodbye to this iconic plane?
It is sad for somebody like me who basically grew up with the 747. I was one of the subjects of the Queen. But the good thing is that, as you mentioned, the latest 747-8 is now being the last one being delivered to Atlas. I would suspect that aircraft will be around for another 40 years. So hopefully my grandkids will get to see that airplane still flying when all of us are gone. So we're not going to get rid of that beautiful aircraft. It'll still be flying for a while.
And Ross, leave us with one of your favorite memories of flying the Boeing 747.
Oh, there were so many memories. I love that airplane. Like I said, I literally grew up with it. I think the thing that really I remember, I was, as I said, when I was trained as a captain on the 747, I was very young and gullible. And the gentleman, the Boeing instructor that gave me my final check ride, said, well, you did a great job, but there's one more thing I want you to do. You have to jump from the overhead escape chute, slide rather, using these inertial reels. In other words, 50 feet to the ground. And I was always afraid of heights, believe it or not. There are many pilots that are afraid of heights, including myself. There was no way I could jump out of that. When he saw me almost had a heart attack, he laughed. He says, I'm just joking. You did a wonderful job. So that was my very first story with that beautiful aircraft.
Oh, really great for you to share them with us here on TRT World today. Thank you so much, Ross Amer, for speaking to us today.
My pleasure. Thank you.